creative tutorial. For this project, we'll need a very chunky yarn. I don't have the information for this one, but it's a very chunky yarn. And you also need a US number 11. It's an 8mm knitting needle. For these projects, I would recommend to use the circular needles, but you can use either one, either straight needles or circular needles. So to begin, also we are going to need, before we begin, I'll just tell you all the things that we're going to be using. We'll also need 3 of any buttons you like. Okay. So now I did this scarf doing it 2 by 2. It means knitting 2, then purl 2, knit 2, purl 2. So I did here. This is how it looks, and it also has the eye holes for the buttons. Okay, so to begin, we are going to cast on 34 stitches. These 34 stitches. Now to do this, you're going to leave kind of a long tail, not extremely long, but long enough. And then we're going to make a simple hole. Insert your needle. So I'm going to, this is my tail. So here I already have one. So I wrap my tail around my thumb and the other one around my index, and I grab them both at the end here. So just go like this, under, over, and through. Now I have 2, under, over, and through, under, over, through, under, over, through. So just continue doing this until you have 34 stitches, or if you want to make this a little bit bigger, you can continue casting on as many stitches as you like. Alright, as you once you have all your stitches, also you need to cast on an amount of multiples of 2, since we are doing the 2 by 2 rib stitch. Alright, so now let's make sure to put our tail aside. We're gonna grab the other yarn and we're going to insert knit 1, knit 2, then we're gonna put the yarn in the front, purl 1, purl 2, put the yarn in the back, 1 and 2. One and 2. And that's it. This is all you have to do. Now keep doing this until you have reached about 1.5 inches, and then we're going to place the 3 eye holes and after that you just have to continue working the ribbon stitch 2 by 2 for as long as you want. And then we just have to cast off. Okay, so I finished my first row. I ended with the knitting 2. So I'm going to turn. And I'm going to see what I have to do. I have to do now purl 2. And then net 2. And then purl 2. You have to follow what you did. So here, okay, and so on. You will have to do this in every row. And then I'll see you to do the eyelets. Alright, so you see here, this is my eyelet. Now I did it in about 1.5 inches from the edge. And the first one I had 2, 4, 5 stitches, and then I did the eyelet here. And I wanted to explain how to do the eyelet. Okay, so you go in, you follow the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we're gonna do a yarn over. And then we're going to knit 1. And when you do a yarn over and you knit 1, because we would usually, when you knit 1, you put the yarn in the back and you knit 1. But now we're putting the yarn in the front and we knit 1. So what this creates, it's an extra stitch and also a hole. And that's exactly what we want. So now we just continue the pattern. Now from the first eyelet to the second one, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So I had here okay, so I actually did, if you count this one, which is the one next to the eyelet, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And then we put the yarn over and we knit 1. Okay, here's the second eyelet. Right now, from here to this one, we'll also have the same amount of stitches. We'll have 12. Then you will create the eyelet, and then you will just continue the pattern for 5 stitches left. And then just continue repeating. Oh, actually in the following row, we have to knit 2 together because we created an extra one. So we're gonna have to knit 2 together to eliminate 1 and just continue with the 34 stitches, because now at the end of this row we are going to have 34 plus 3 extra, because every time we do a yarn over we create a hole, but we also create an extra stitch. Then I'll show you how to do that. Okay, now I finished the row where we did the yarn over, and I started the following row. We have here purl 2, net 2, purl 1, and now we're going to purl the yarn over, which should look like this. Okay, so now here we have 2 nets and a purl. So what we're going to do, we're going to knit the purl and the net one together. So we go in between the two and we knit them together. So now you knit one and just continue your pattern, and then you're going to do the same over here. You're going to purl this one, purl the yarn over, and then you're going to knit these two together, and repeat the same for the last one. Purl, purl, knit these two together, knit, and just continue your pattern. And now after this row you just continue doing the rib stitch. Now on this side, which I just did the knit two together, you will see that when you start the next row, everything comes to normal again. You have your 2 purls, your 2 nets, and your 2 nets over here. Okay. Here, which is how the other side will look, you will have your 2 nets, 2 purls, 2 nets, 2 purls. Okay. Alright, so now you're going to continue this the rib stitch for as long as you want to make a scarf. I did mine like, it was about 26 inches long. I think that's a lot. I wanted it to be a little bit close to my throat, so I didn't want to make it too long because it's also very wide, so I didn't want to wrap my scarf twice around my neck, just once, and I wanted it to be close. So 26 inches, I think it'll be good enough. And then once you get there, you have to cast off. I will finish up this row really quick, and then I will show you how to cast off so you can be ready for that. Okay, now let's say you have reached your 26 inches or more and you're ready to cast off. So to do that, we are going to knit 2 first. 1, 2, and then we're going to grab this one, right, and we're going to pass it over the first one. Okay, so you're going to knit 1, grab the first one, pass it over, and just continue doing this. Okay, this is how it should look. This will be the edge. Just do this until you're left with 1 stitch. Okay, so now you have 1 stitch left. So you're going to make it big. You can cut your yarn now. You can just cut it and just going to make a knot at the end. And close it really tight. You can make another knot, and then this thread you can just hide it in between these stitches over here, and that's it. And see, this is how it should look at the end. So this one, just go in between the stitches. Well, just try to find a way to make it stay there. And you do the same on the other end. Now to attach the buttons, I'm just going to get one end of the same yarn that I was using. I'm going to unravel this a little bit. I think this will be fine. Okay, so I'm almost done. Use anything you can just to get them through. Yay! I did it. Alright. So if you want, you can put more. I think with 2 I have enough. And then we have to do the same for the other 3. Alright, we'll be here where you did the knit 2 together. You see you have this one crossing over. I do not want to see these on my right side, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this side, which looks clean. So this is how it goes. So when you fold it like this, you will have the button here, and then you pass it through here. So this is how you want to, so you know where to place the button. Now I know I have to place it here. Just find a place and put it. I will put it here in the middle of these 2, like around here and here. Okay, just make a knot. Put tight. And voila, there it is. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, you can post them below, and just enjoy your scarf.